small rural town, anytime you have a sawmill close or shut down, it's devastating. It not only affects the population, the people that are there, but it also really affects the school system. My dad worked at the Fremont sawmill as well as his duties on the ranch, and it was always something as a job that he really liked and enjoyed. And I think that maybe when the Fremont sawmill closed in 1996, he really ingrained into my head that I needed to go to college and I needed to have that education as a backup, if anything. I was really surprised. I felt at home. I felt like it was a family atmosphere. And I give a lot of credit to the professors, their open door policy they have within the College of Forestry and the ability to ask them questions. And then also I think it goes both ways. The professors aren't afraid to push their students to ask them the hard questions, whether it be in a class setting or during a test, that really prepares them for what the real world is about. I felt that maybe I would be able to provide some input on the direction that our forests would go into the future, so that we may have job opportunities for future generations in the rural setting, or so that we would prevent or inhibit the risk or susceptibility of a large standard placing wildfire to come ripping through, what I consider my backyard. Over the last decade, we've seen standard placing wildfires that are uncharacteristic of their historic fire regime moving across the landscape, and they continue to seem to get larger and larger as the years go by. If we don't have the ability to understand fire and its effects on the landscape, then we're not able to treat the landscape both in an economically feasible way or an ecologically appropriate way. What I like most about this job is the fact that every day is different. Some people ask me what I do on a day-to-day basis, and for every day I give them a different answer. I feel like I am making a difference working on this particular zone, and in turn the larger forest and landscape. We have reduced the amount of fuel accumulation, and we've changed the structure, the continuity of the fuels that are there. From a fire suppression standpoint, we've improved the safety of fire suppression crews that may need to go into that area. When I hear the fire dispatch, of course I'm thinking, okay, fire ready. All right, I know that the engines are ready to respond to that fire, and depending on where it is on the landscape, how am I going to assist that engine, and in what capacity am I going to assist on that fire? As a specialist in the Forest Service, I take that upon myself to take care of the well-being of my community. How can we continue to improve the infrastructures that are in place to eliminate the threat of another business closing? This is my backyard. Things that I've enjoyed, I want future generations to enjoy, and how do we set this landscape up for that success?